Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Miss TV Total Football Club World Cup. First match has finished nearly about, how many hours ago did it really finish? Close to 5 hours ago it finished. And it was quite an enthralling first game, I have to say. Inter Miami versus Al-Ahly. Egyptian super team Al-Ahly. On paper, you may not know a lot of players, but they're very, very good, predominantly all Egyptian national team members. And Inter Miami, obviously, a lot of players that we all know about. Lionel Messi, you've got Suarez, you've got Busquets, you've got many other players in that team. But Al-Ahly, ladies and gentlemen, were all over Lionel Messi's Inter Miami. In fact, Al-Ahly, how they didn't end up winning this game. In the first half itself, it really should have been 4-5-0 within the first half. In the second half, I thought it was a little bit more balanced. If anything, Inter Miami had a lot more opportunities as well. So look, it ended up finishing 0-0, ladies and gentlemen, but the spectacle itself was fantastic. The way it all kicked things off, I need to show this. Look at this brilliant video that's been uploaded by Ben Jacobs. I believe he might be there. I'm not really sure, Ben Jacobs. But yeah, look, the competition, I don't know about you guys. I've said it in my preview in the other side of the coin. Do check that out. You're going to see a lot of the post-match analysis for non-Chelsea related matches on here. Any other blockbuster matches may be over there. But a lot of the stuff, you'll find it on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. But the opening ceremony was lit. The atmosphere was lit. As you can see, the fireworks, the reception Messi got was sensational, absolutely sensational. I want to give you guys some stats before we get into the match analysis. Attendance nearly 61,000, 60,927, which is very, very good for the first match, which is between Al-Ahly Egyptian team versus Inter Miami United States-based team. 60,927 is the official attendance for the Club World Cup opener. Check this out. Full-time Al-Ahly 0, Inter Miami 0. Club World Cup opener finishes goalless as Oscar Ustari saves Trezeguet's first half penalty. Messi put a second half free kick into the side netting for Inter Miami. 61,000 nearly in attendance at Hard Rock Stadium. Now, look, obviously, Ben Jacobs has given a few information there. There was a penalty. There was free kick from Messi. We're going to start things off from the top, right? We're going to start things off from the top. Let's have a quick look at the team. Al-Ahly, ladies and gentlemen, this group, I suspect they should go through unless Palmeiras, they have something to say. FC Porto might even find Al-Ahly a little bit. Look, I expect Porto to beat Ahly, but Al-Ahly, ladies and gentlemen, are no jokes whatsoever. They've got a striker named Abu Ali, I think that's his name. Then Trezeguet is a very good player. These are all, Egyptian national team players. Fatih, Atia, I think some of them could be Moroccan as well. Ashur got injured very early, but he looked like a very lively player. Then you've got Ben Ramdani, Hani, you got Dari, Ibrahim, Koka, and their goalkeeper El Shenawi. Very, very good. Look, both the goalkeepers were fantastic, but Inter Miami's goalkeeper, ladies and gentlemen, Ustari, was just phenomenal. The amount of saves this guy made in the first half. As I said, the first half itself, Al-Ahly, look, they didn't hold much of the ball. They allowed Inter Miami to hold the ball, but Inter Miami weren't doing anything with the possession, really weren't penetrating one bit in the first half. And Al-Ahly, whenever they got the ball, when they won the ball off Inter Miami, they launched quick attacks and they ripped through the midfield of Inter Miami, who's got, as you can see, the midfield. Let's have a quick look of Inter Miami's midfield. Redondo, Busquets, the son of, I believe, yes, the son of that very, very good player of, back in the days, Redondo. So yeah, Busquets in midfield. And they were just ripping through this Inter Miami midfield with ease. Falcon and Avilés, both of these defenders at times were left in just no man's land, if I'm being absolutely honest. And the other factor is I think it was Avilés who really should have picked up a second yellow card in that first half, but the referee was a little bit lenient. So, look, the first half itself, Abu Ali had an opportunity. Ashur had opportunity, and Trezeguet, don't forget, he missed the penalty. The penalty looked a bit soft, but ultimately it was saved by Ustari. And at halftime, even though it was 0-0, you would have sort of wondered, how is this match 0-0? It really should have been Al-Ahly at least 3-4, 5-0 up against Inter Miami. I get the feeling Inter Miami, ladies and gentlemen, even with all the names, as you can see, so many prolific names, Messi, Suarez, but all of these players are in their final legs, to be honest. They really shouldn't be playing anymore. I guess they're just, putting that Barcelona team back in the days together, one for one last band, basically. But look, I feel like Inter Miami, ladies and gentlemen, are going to be the whipping boys of that group, which consists of Palmeiras and Porto. Al-Ahly really should have put them away. In the second half, however, it was a little bit different. I have to say, second half, Inter Miami showed a little bit more grit. Mascherano is the manager, another ex-Barcelona team member of Messi and Suarez and Busquets and so on and so forth. Mascherano, it seemed like he tactically tweaked a few things in the second half. Inter Miami were a little bit more involved in the second half. I had a couple of chances, especially the one free kick from Messi. Messi, look, it's not the same Messi of old, right? It's not the same Messi, but the intelligence, the free kicks, the passing, all of that is still there. Obviously, the pace and all of that has gone. He's a slow player now. He's been a slow player for a little while, since that World Cup. I think that was his, Hail Mary. That was his, the creme de la creme. And since then, Messi's just been on cruise mode. But even with this Messi on set pieces, you better be very, very careful. And in the second half, there was one set piece. It looked like it was going to be a goal, and it just hit the side netting. And for a moment, I thought, Inter Miami actually going to scumbag a victory here? And it would have been so undeserved, to be honest. And then right at the end, look, it ended up being 0-0. I don't think that was a deserved result for Inter Miami, if I'm being absolutely honest. I think Al-Ahly thoroughly deserved the 3 points. It'll be interesting to see how far Al-Ahly goes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a quick look at some more social media posts since then. Let's check this out. If you haven't followed this page, FIFA Club World Cup, I love it, man. I love it. I'm in touch with all of this right now. When in the USA play basketball, that's Jamal Musiala with Muller there as well. Wow, that's nice. Group B will be ready to go from tomorrow morning, well, tonight, UK time. PSG versus Atletico Madrid, blockbuster match coming up. Getting to work. Dortmund, oh yeah, Bellingham's brother, Joe Bellingham is there as well, which is crazy. Congratulations to Oscar Ustari, 100%. This guy, man of the match, 100%. This guy saved everything. He saved it all. If it wasn't for him, Al-Ahly would have put at least 5 away. Good penalty save from him as well. And there was a running joke through the Chelsea fan base that watch Chelsea put in a bid for Oscar Ustari. But people forget he's 39 years old or 38 years old. There's no way we're going to be putting a bid for him. But, from our perspective, 38, yeah, you've got 1 foot on the grave already. That's how we look at it. I mean, even the man of the match award looks lit. Wow, that's nice. But yeah, lovely penalty save right there. That's the picture of it. They've got a few more pictures. There you go. One. Oh yeah, there was one on the touchline that Al-Ahly saved as well of Inter Miami in the second half, which was huge. As I said, it would have been quite disingenuous if Inter Miami got the winner. Obviously, the entire crowd was behind Inter Miami, and they would have loved it. But yeah, some lovely pictures. Ended up being stalemate. But one to look out for, Al-Ahly, I think in this group could be a bit of a trouble for the rest of the team. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this match? I just want to quickly have a quick look at some of the stats as well. Just go through some of these stats. 45%, as I said, Al-Ahly didn't hold the ball too much, but they were a lot more effective. 11 shots, 8 on target, 4 corners. Total shots for Inter Miami, 11, 6 on target. But look, to be honest, most of the shots weren't that great. And obviously 55% possession. They had a lot more possession, but they really didn't do much about it. I feel like Inter Miami, they're going to be the whipping boys of this group. Let me know your thoughts of the first match. I'm very excited for this tournament. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See ya.